I know you see the title, so let me get down with the get down, all right? This information is for men who already seem to have a grasp on how to get along with women. You know how to talk to people. You can get along with just about anybody. You have a certain level of charisma, a certain level of charm, a certain little je ne sais quoi about yourself. You're not necessarily Don Juan out here, but you know how to hold a conversation now. You're comfortable with yourself, and you love yourself enough to not be afraid of talking to women. Now, I ain't saying go out there and cold approach and none of that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you want to do that, go ahead and do that. I mean, you might be taking a risk because of the era that we're in, but hey, do what you do. What I'm suggesting here are women who you'll probably have a higher probability of getting that if you play your cards right. Remember, not every woman is the same. Everybody has a different personality. But these are little signs that you could spot in order for you to have a chance to get up in that in a short amount of time possible. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to wife her, you just want to one night her, right? Or hit it a few times and let it be. And more than likely she'll know what the deal is. Or have a higher probability of knowing what the deal is, what the drill is, you know what I mean? So yeah, this is what to look for. First type of woman to look for is a woman who's single. It's always best to find if they're single, because if she got a man, you don't know if that dude crazy or not. But you know what I mean. Even if she do, depending on the situation, so what? Yeah, it sounds like some scumbag stuff, but hey, it is what it is. If she has a gang of tattoos, if she looking like a New York City train station in the 80s, graffitied up, bunch of tats, that's one high probability. Or if she has the tattoo of a dude's name and it's visible, like this could be an ex-boyfriend or something like that, and it's visible, like it's definitely visible, like his name, you know what I'm saying, Darren or whoever the hell the guy name is, right there on her chest, and it has like a heart around it or whatever. Or she might have like a tattoo of a guy's name here, and then another name here, and then another name somewhere else, making it look like a list of dudes that she's been down the line with. You understand me? So yeah, she has a gang of tattoos, or if the tattoos are of dudes' names, but she not with that guy no more, high probability that you got a chance to have a little fun with that one, all right? 2, it's obvious. If she got a gang of kids, like if she got like 2, 3 kids, especially if it's from different fathers, yeah, you might have a higher probability of hitting that. Now, granted, some women that are like that, they might have some financial standard that you gotta have, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have a 6-figure job, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be a dope boy, or you got your business going and your business is successful or whatever, and it's making moves or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then she might give it up. You know, that's why having your stuff together is important regardless of the situation. It makes it a lot easier to land a woman, especially if you're just trying to hit it and quit it, you know what I mean? If your stuff is together. But bottom line, some women, if your money right, then you can get it. You can tap that. But you have some women who are hood rats. Long as she think you're cute and you're funny, and she's in the mood, you can get that. All right. So yeah, bunch of kids, different baby daddies especially, you get that. All right. Recap: tattoos, if it's a gang of them, or a gang, or the name of another guy, along with a few other tattoos on her body. Like, let's say I'm backtracking real quick. Let's say that she has 6 tattoos, and one of them is of a dude that's her ex. That's what I mean, all right? Okay, let's move forward. Now, the next sign to look for someone that you could probably get down really easy and y'all vibing and having a good time. If she opens her mouth and says stuff like, I don't like hanging with other women drama. I always hung with guys, they drama. Because men, I get along with guys better. Usually that means guys don't mind smashing. Because, dudes, as long as it's a female around, some guy might smash it. Sure, you got some women that aren't physically appealing in a traditional sense, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they still end up pregnant. Why? Because, the human species is weird. You might not go after somebody that's physically attractive, but their pheromones or something else about them turn you the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if she's around guys, eventually out of the bunch of guys who she know, one or two of them are gonna want to start a smashing. They're gonna want to see what's up, and she knows this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if she says she around a lot of guys, she only vibe with guys a lot more or whatever, it's a higher probability that you can get up in that. All right. Now, another type that's a little easier to get into. Okay? Hate to say this, but the spiritual type hippie chick. Spiritual type hippie chick. The ones that's into crystals and stuff like that or whatever. It's a higher probability. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are into, alternative religious beliefs or whatever, spiritual beliefs, the Erykah Badu types, if she a sister, you know what I'm saying, there's a higher probability. Granted, some of them got their mind right and they ain't trying to, they really try to be about that spirituality and they're trying to be a pure vessel. They haven't been ran through. They respect themselves from day one. It's just the fact that they don't believe in organized religion anymore because of the history of it or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Understandable, right? But for the most part, some of these types, you have a higher probability of smashing, I don't know what it is, but that whole free spirit vibe. And that's another thing. A lot of these chicks who are into that tend to say that they're free spirits. So yeah, backtrack a little bit, along with a woman that says I like hanging with guys because I get along with them better. If you hear a woman open her mouth and say I'm more of a free spirit, or like I'm more of a free spirit, or being in a regular relationship, does it seem a traditional relationship? Does it seem to be their thing? I love different people, different ways and stuff like that. They try to get overly complicated in a way. Well, hell, some of them might open their mouth and be like, I'm thinking about being polyamorous, right? Then you have a higher probability of laying that down, especially if she think you cute, she vibing you for whatever reason. You have a higher probability of making it do what it do. If she's free spirited, saying that she loves people in different ways or something in that line, that hippy dippy line or whatever. You know what I mean? She's into crystals and Kabbalah and all that. Yeah, it's that sort of thing. Tarot cards and all that, and gods and goddesses and all that. Yeah, that might be, that might be somebody you can lay down with real quick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, another type that might be a bit easier to land and lay, right? Not necessarily the party girl, if you will. Not necessarily the party girls, because certain party girls, they like to be impressed or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But the type of girl I'm telling you about is the ditz of the crew. Like, she might be hang around different women or whatever, but she ain't that bright. If I'm making any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like she kind of speaks a certain way, sort of like Valley Girl, sort of Kim Kardashian sort of tone in terms of how she speaks. Like whatever, like yeah, you know what I mean? It's like that sort of tonality, if you will. Have a higher probability of smashing that. You know what I mean? Especially if she doesn't seem too bright. Like if y'all having a conversation and you trying to be intellectual and she coming out of left field with information that you not privy to, or it just sounds like made up bull that she came up with just to sound like she could keep up with you on an intellectual basis, then you have a high probability of smashing that. Especially if she sounds like a bit of a ditz. Example, one time I was talking to a chick, right? I was talking to a chick and I was saying how, I was looking up how China is making deals across the world or whatever, you know what I'm saying, with their Belt and Road Initiative, if I'm saying it right or whatever, right? Where they're making deals with countries like Sri Lanka, Djibouti, and a few other places across the African continent, right? Where if they default on the loan, like China will do something special for them, like build up a power plant or a news state or news network or something like that for them. But if that country defaults on that loan that China gave them, that China pretty much deboes that whole thing that they built for them, and they get a vote when it comes to the UN or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whenever they meet up with like the world councils and stuff like that, they'll have an ally or somebody that they can sort of say, hey, vote for us or else. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm having this conversation with her or whatever, right? And Shouty gonna open her mouth and say, well, I remember back in the day, I remember seeing this, seeing something in the 90s about America giving China billions of dollars. And I'm like, wait, what? America gave China billions for what? I'm sitting there looking this up. I'm Googling this. I'm trying to dig deep to see what the hell she talking about. Now, I remember in the from some research that I did in the 90s, Bill Clinton signed little deals that allowed China to, do business with the States or whatever in some capacity. That's why you see a lot of stuff now is made in China, made in China, made in China. A lot of American factories are over there. You know what I mean? American businesses, Nike, and those type of companies are over there getting cheap labor or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Getting stuff done on the super cheap or whatever, right? But in return, China has to, China says, okay, we'll let you do this, but you have to show our people how you do it. Show us the blueprint so in the future we can go ahead and do it for ourselves. That's why you see companies like Alibaba coming up and other things. You know what I'm saying? They're learning how to do stuff themselves. In the future, you're going to see like a Chinese, I think they have it out now. They have a Chinese luxury car line or whatever. It just ain't reached the States yet. But yeah, that was the deal. I don't remember nothing about the U.S. giving China billions of dollars per se. Now, China has bought up U.S. debt, but in terms of, giving them money like that, I was like, where'd you get this information? And she was saying, I'm like, all right, whatever you say. I was like, oh yeah. When she said that, the only thing I said was like, oh yeah, for real. Oh, I gotta look that up then. You know what I'm saying? That might be something the U.S. do to try to, make a trade partner in the future. You never know. That's what I said. I ain't want to sit up there and go back and forth with her, whatever. Because number one, I'm trying to get that ass. I was trying to hit that. You know what I'm saying? So just to placate her a little bit to make her feel brighter than what she is, I played along for a little bit. But 2 weeks later, you know what I mean, her titty was in my mouth. Yerk. So, yeah. Now, another sign that you got to look for that she might be a little easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right? Is she the type of woman that wants to be a boss babe? Yeah, it sounds a little off, right? You'd figure a chick that wants to be a boss babe wants to be with a dude that got his stuff together, right? This is true. In some instances, depending upon the situation, if the guy's cooperative or whatever, with whatever, however she acts, and she's willing to, dial it down some to allow him to be a man or whatever, then all right, cool. Whatever their dynamic is to make it work, that's between them. But in some instances, if she's a woman, she making her move, she making money, she got her stuff together, right? She got her degrees, she got her business popping, everything popping, right? But she seems to always be single. She seems to always be single. She around all these high-powered people, but she can't seem to keep a man. How come? Her attitude might be wild. She might work too much or whatever. She might pop off at the mouth, thinking that she, just because she a boss babe at her job, she could be the boss babe everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, it's a certain type of guy that she might let it hit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's a bit on the rough around the edges, that ain't gonna take her BS, right? She might let that dude smash, but bottom line, if she thinks that you're attractive, you're funny, you're charming, you have a higher probability of hitting boss babe. Because for some reason, the boss babes got needs too. And some of them, they think like dudes. They really want to be dudes. And sometimes I think they have penis envy. But yeah, man. So they'll find a guy who ain't balling, but she think he cute. She know he can't provide for her. But if she finds out that, I like him, he seems to know what he's doing in conversation, I'll give him a little something. You know what I'm saying? Like, the vibe is there. And, you know what I mean? He sent me some pictures of the D, and she like it. All right, cool. Now, granted, it might not be anything long term, but you'll smash from time to time. You feel me? She'll have you on the Rolodex as late night hype, whatever, you know what I mean? Might not be nothing to come out of it relationship wise, especially if she sees you and your money ain't on her level. You know what I mean? Like, you could be a guy making $30,000-$40,000, she making $150,000. Yeah, she might see you like you ain't shit. But if y'all vibing and y'all clowning or whatever, and she just wants sex, hell, she'll be the type that's gonna be like, hey, come through, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the boss babe types, you have a higher probability, if she think that y'all cool and vibing on a certain level, right, to smash that quickly. And of course, you have the hood rats or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have the hood rats, the silly hood rats that work in, that work at like Walmart or fast food or something like that. But those are easy targets. You know what I mean? You just holler at enough of them, and they'll give you a shot. You know what I mean? Especially the ones that have like gold teeth or whatever. Like, if you're in the hood and she got like gold teeth and she talk loud and kind of ghetto like, you know what I'm saying? There's a higher probability that you can smash that. Now, granted, some of them, they have some standards for themselves, or they have goals for themselves. They want to go to school and get their money right, their mind right, actually get married to a husband. Hell, they might even come from a household where they had both mother and father in there. You know what I'm saying? But if she a bit of a hood rat, yeah, you have a higher probability of getting that, especially if she vibing you, all right? In a short amount of time. Now, let's recap, all right? Let's recap. First, chick with tattoos, or chicks with a few tattoos, but one of those tattoos has an ex-boyfriend's name or a few ex-boyfriend's names on her body, especially if they're visible. Gang of tats, ex's names, that's visible. Boom. Tattoo category. Next is the chick that says that she likes hanging around with guys more than that she does females, because females are trouble, females are drama. All right, cool. That type. Third type, the ultra hippie spiritual type that says she's a free spirit and free love and all that. Higher probability of hitting that, okay? The Erykah Badu types, the hippie peace and love types, the potential polyamorous types. Yeah, polyamory, possible polyamory Pepper Ann. Possibly polyamory Penelope. Yeah, that chick. PPP. Possibly polyamory Penelope. Right? I don't know. I might keep that in the long run. But yeah, anyway. The hippie type. Boom. The boss babe types. The ones who seem to have it all together. Who, I gotta have it my way. I am woman, hear me roar. They want D as well. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Granted, they can't seem to manage relationship, but they can seem to manage extra penis in their stratosphere on the low. All right, so boom, that's another type. And yeah, the hood rat type, of course. You know what I mean? Gold teeth and yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, that sort of ghetto type. And lastly, the ditzy chick, the ones who sound like a Valley Girl / Kim Kardashian tonal voice, like for real. You know what I mean? Just a bit of a ditz. All right, the slightly ditzy kind. Like, she might be in a group of females or whatever, but if you can catch her by herself or whatever, and you make her laugh, or you do something that turns her on for some reason at jump, you can get her. You can get her in either a month or less. 2 weeks, a week, however it go. All right. Let me give one more bonus. All right. Now, keep in mind, I'm not the type of women I'm bringing up. They might not be dimes. All right, I'm gonna let you all know off the rip. These chicks might not be dimes. This is just something if you're trying to get your nut and dip. All right, I gotta remind y'all. If I didn't bring it up, this is for if you're just trying to get your nut and dip. They might not be the best looking women or whatever, but you know, if you just having sex for sport, then you know, here's a few numbers to add to your tally. You understand? Now, lastly, type of chick that you could probably bed in a short amount of time. A big girl with low self-esteem. You have some big girls, they have high self-esteem. Hell, some of them they're actually married or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the husband is faithful or not, I don't know. That's between them. But if she a big girl with low self-esteem, you have a higher probability of hitting that. All right, just make her laugh a little bit, cheer up some, you know what I'm saying? Get her something to eat, maybe. And yeah, make it do what it do. All right. Hell, some of these chicks, they'll have whole boyfriends and baby daddies that they live with or whatever. As long as you make her smile and laugh, she think you cute, and she already bad at him about something. Oh yeah, she gonna come through and make it do what it do. Hell, she might have you come through, bust it down in the bed that they sleep on together. You know what I'm saying? But bottom line, you know, some big girls with low self-esteem, you can go ahead and get that. All right. Yeah. After a while of you talking to different females, you'll start to spot what is and what ain't or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Chicks with low enough self-esteem, you know, daddy issues, you know what I'm saying? In and out the clubs, partying all the time or whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, you'll be able to spot who's who after a while, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna just end that there, and hopefully this will narrow down your target range of what to look for if you're just trying to hit something, you know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, this type of women, they make up 10, on some degree, on some level or another, they make up 10 to 20% of our population, right? That's for any race. That's for any culture, any ethnicity. 10 to 20% on varying levels, have some, promiscuity on them and on some level. You just got to be able to, spot what it is, charm your way in, and make it do what it do. Granted, you might not get it all the time, but like I said, you have a higher probability of smashing these types. Just be sure to be safe. Wear a condom. Don't go in raw dog like that. Come on now. Be smart. Don't go in raw. Strap up. Hell. And if anything, I would more want you to focus on reading, getting your mind right, getting your money right. But if you feel that the need to go out and relieve yourself, soil your royal oats for a quick little bit, all right, cool, man, do what you do. But don't forget to stay on top of your job, homie. All right? Now, sometimes you got to go into monk mode and leave, females partying and all that stuff alone so you can get your degrees, so you can get your certifications, so you can get your business popping or whatever, get your investments popping. But for the most part, like I said, this is just for if you just trying to, soil your royal oats real quick and you ain't trying to, take forever in the day to do it. All right. Yeah, this is Chacha on the Move. Nicholas Brown coming at you, aka Pretty Nigga, what they call me. And I hope this helps out. You fellas stay blessed, stay safe, all right? Peace.